Welcome back to One Man's Customs, where we are zip tied certified, full of bad ideas, and learning the hard way.
Woof.
Now, I've been lagging it a little bit on my videos because I've been out here in the backyard building this for my son, trying to get something set up so we can shoot some hoops back here. Okay, so let's get into what we're here for. So the first thing you're gonna wanna do is start sanding this bad boy. You gotta prep it up, make it nice and smooth, and the reason why I'm sanding this top part is just to make it nice and uniform. Where it's really gonna matter, it's the back end. That's where all the structural support's gonna go. So I am by no means a professional when it comes to this fiberglassing or kitty litter or whatever you wanna call it. I feel that it's in between a Bondo state and a fiberglass state. You're kind of just in the middle, but this works perfect. Now, when you hear me say I am not a professional, what I am talking about is that I don't do this on a day-to-day basis. Like, I am not at a shop. I do not work at a stereo shop. Like, I bought this can of fiberglass or resin or whatever you want to call it maybe about a year and a half ago, and it's just been sitting there. But this stuff's actually going to work perfect for what I need it for. So I was not planning on using this, but I did cut the dash, I did glue two pieces together, and I do need it to be structural. So therefore, your mind puts two and two together, and if it works, it works. Some people might say that I should just melt both plastics together, or maybe like there's some other bonding agent, but this was sitting in my shed, this was what was free at the moment, this is what I'm gonna use. So now let me get the most expensive spreaders that I got so I can start laying this down. That's right, you know, we're gonna make some people mad with that one. Are you feeling uneasy now?
Oh, okay.
Now, this is the part nobody really shows you. The quiet part, the boring part, the messy part, the part where you stop talking and just focus. I hate this part. My brain just starts going crazy. I start thinking about new projects. I start thinking about the El Camino I saw on Marketplace 2 days ago. I start thinking whether they're gonna accept my $500 offer or not. But at the end of the day, it's gotta be done. I'm not all about just putting bolt-on parts. I know sometimes you gotta put on some bolt-on parts, but you know, if you gotta create it, better. Building something from scratch, that's different. I mean, like just the fact that this dash was not supposed to go on this car and now it's going on this car. I know I was kind of pushing the dash pad part a little bit back. You know, I was just kicking the can down the road, but we gotta get to it now because if not, I'm not gonna finish this car. I'm planning to bust this car out this year. Now, if you could tell, my mixtures weren't really being consistent. I was just kind of eyeballing it when it came to throwing the hardener on there. What I was just shooting for is putting more than necessary because since it is cold out, I wanted it to set quick because I was doing a bunch of pieces at a time. Like I did the whole dash first. Now I'm doing all these corner pieces and then I still got to do a couple more other pieces. So I was just trying to get it to set fast as possible. So I could just do a little piece, come back, do another piece, do another piece, do another piece, and keep it going. That's the way I like to do it. On this other side, you guys are gonna trip out. So I didn't have anything else. I didn't have a clamp or anything to hold this one. So I figured, you know what? I'm just gonna start laying some glass on there and just wait till it dries. And honestly, it didn't even really take that long. And also, you gotta learn to trust the process, even when it looks wild. Okay, so just like I was saying, this took about 5 minutes and it's set to perfection. It was the longest 5 minutes of my life, just standing there and holding it, but it's set. Okay, now that I got both pieces set up, I gotta start cutting these little end caps. And what these are right here, it's basically some small pieces that I'm gonna mold into each corner that's gonna block it off so you can't see into the dash. Now that I'm starting to get the hang of this fiberglass stuff, I'm starting to like it more than even epoxy. Because usually with epoxy, you gotta mix it, then you gotta kind of rub it on there, and it takes a long time to set too, but it has no like filler agent. You know, like it's real thin, and you could definitely get two pieces and put them together, but there's no structural support. And with this stuff, I'm starting to notice you can lay it on there, and if you put a lot of hardener, it'll just set pretty quick, and it'll definitely have that filler expectation where you could just like sand it down, smooth it down a little bit, and start adding Bondo to it if you want. As to where if you use an epoxy, it's gonna be very thin. You would still have to hit it with some fiberglass to get some structure on it before you would even be able to do any Bondo work. Ooh yeah, baby. I'm starting to like to work with this stuff a lot. And honestly, that's how you end up liking stuff. Like, let me give you an example. I just built that wall that's right there in my backyard. I mean, it's not a big wall, but I used to be so scared of doing something like that. And I just saw a YouTube video, more or less got an idea of how to do it. And I was still scared, even after watching the YouTube video. It was so intimidating. Until one day I got up, it was like 5 in the morning, drove to Home Depot, picked up a pallet. Actually, it was 2 pallets of cinder blocks. And that's when I finally realized that picking up the material, transporting the material to my house, and then having to move all the material from my front driveway to my backyard was actually the worst part. Because I turned on the music and I started going at it and started laying down blocks and just whack, 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 you know, just started throwing them on there. Next thing you know, like within 3 hours, I had a block wall. And not to get off topic or anything, but I'm just using it as an example that a lot of times people would think like, oh, I can't work on my car because I'm not a professional and I don't know how to do that. Well, guess what? We're not born knowing how to do this. You know, like all those dudes that are on TV that are doing all that custom work, they weren't 2 years old knowing how to do all that stuff. You know, they learned how to do it. They tried it. You know, it all comes with trial and error. Oh, snap, I did it again. This whole time you guys have just been listening to me talk to myself in my head. Okay, so here's a recent unfolding update. I was just notified by One Man's Customs crew back at headquarters that our programming CapCut has just clocked out early for today, apparently, and it's messing up on my audio, making me sound like a damn chicken. So now in order to address this and fix this, we are going to have to delete the whole program and lose everything from this video. And I do not have this video backed up anywhere else, but for now, instead of forcing y'all to listen to me sound like I'm recording from outside of a tuna can, I'm gonna let the rest of this roll with some music. So don't get sad, don't get mad.
You think I have a choice? There is no fucking choice.
Whoa, 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 take it easy, all right? We'll have crystal clear audio on the next one. Now, without further ado, enjoy the rest of the show.